The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. For Los Angeles, they've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. And
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming at you from the Staples Center in beautiful downtown Los Angeles as the Clippers prepare to take the floor. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. The Houston Rockets coming to this one after a win against Sacramento.
And you know, when everyone's working together, taking care of their roles, it just makes the game easier.
You know what? We got to see what this offense is capable of. When they get into a rhythm, man, watch out.
Not tonight, Smitty. 2 teams, same conference, rivalry game. Tensions could be hot.
First of all, Kevin, I'm fired up. The fans are going to be fired up. The players. This is not one of those normal games. The tensions are going to be high. I think this one's going to be very physical.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And so in the game for the Rockets, the engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. AI is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Los Angeles. Outside Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's AI. He had 22 points in the win against Sacramento. Gallinari surveying the D. To the inside. That's good from Chandler on the assist from Gallinari. Chandler's got his first points in this one.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
AI, the 10-footer. The Rockets with another miss. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Gallinari, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Harden. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Last time they met in Houston.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. Look at Philadelphia. They've been passed up, moving down to the 4th spot.
And Houston, they've taken this ride all the way down the stretch. Few people thought they could maintain this astonishing display of dominance.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
Knocked loose. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he banks in the layup.
You know, that's another good play call. They are shooting 80% to start this game.
The Clippers testing out new digital offerings, things like visual enhancements to provide live information, different viewing angles, Smitty, to their fans.
You're right, Kevin. Something the league is looking at as well, providing different options with the software background and Clippers ownership. It makes sense they want to break new ground. And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
Clippers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Gallinari outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. On the wing, Chandler. And it's off from 3-point range. Rockets trail by 6. AI outside. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Williams can't get it to go. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. 1:36 left to play in the first. AI passes to Harden. Kicks it out to Paul. To the wing on the left. Bielitsa with the bucket.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in. Pass to Chandler. Over AI. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw. First trip to the... And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Gallinari is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Magruder in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And AI throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Kings really lit up the floor. He ended up with 22 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He led the charge in what was another win for this team. They are firing on all cylinders. Kevin?
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
And Danilo Gallinari, a 6'10 small forward. Steve, good size for his position, obviously.
Yeah, one concern is on the defensive end. It's his foot speed. But on the offensive end, he uses that size to his advantage.
Michigan high school basketball, Steve, has produced a lot of great NBA talent. Yourself, Magic, Chris Webber, George Gervin, the Iceman, and some new great players now are in that category.
Yeah, the list goes on and on. When you start talking about the Derek Holmans and the Spencer Haywoods and Jalen Rose, so many different guys. Now you have guys, Josh Jackson, also Miles Bridges entering into this league right now. Michigan high school basketball has produced a lot of NBA talent.
A nice shot by AI.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Now, here's Beverly. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Count that one. Harrell's got the game tied up here for the Clippers. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Rivers finds Nene. Here is House. AI left side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Harden.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
Doc Rivers, the coach of the year in 2000 with the Orlando Magic, a championship with the Boston Celtics in 2008, a great career as an NBA coach.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Rivers against Beverly. 13 feet away. Rebound by Harrell. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Magruder. Beverly for 3. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. AI right side. Now the pass to House. Back to AI. Lock at 6. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. He kicks it to Gallinari. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Clippers ahead.
Thanks.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Bielitsa is out there with Clint Capella, and it's AI in at the 3. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That will complete this 4-game homestand. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
On the wing, Chandler. Off target with his 3. And for Houston, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Pass to Bielitsa. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greg, he finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat and mouse game better than Lou Williams.
Now Paul, following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams. Here's Harden. Here's AI, and that one drops for him. AI's got 12.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Chandler, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
AI outside. Back to Capella. At the elbow, it's AI. 6 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. Kicks it out to Paul. Fires from deep. They get it back. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got the lead up to 4 now for the Rockets.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter, and it's blocked. And here they come. It's Bielitsa. Sweet little floater. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Williams up on top. Alinari on the wing. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
Even though he does a lot of spot-up shooting, Gallinari can put the ball on the floor and create for himself.
Floats it up for AI. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And he should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Here's Capella. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Kicks to Harrell. The dish to Williams. There's 38 seconds left in the third.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
And AI throws it down.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sheer hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
And so here are the Clippers. The Rockets making the shot. And Capella sends it back, and he's able to get it back. Harden scanning the floor. Hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got 7.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
And so it's Houston, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. We've got Wilson Chandler, Lou Williams out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Harrell, and it's Zubats in at the center. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Chandler, and stolen by AI. And here we go, fast break. Paul's got it, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
I mean, that's terrific finish in transition. Chris Paul dynamic when they're pushing the tempo.
Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. And there's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably number 1 for me.
No kidding. Rockets leading by 9. Fareed outside. And Bielitsa kicks to AI. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And doing a really good job here of pounding it inside in the second half. Sound strategy with the lead.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We got to wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We got to seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
And here is Chandler. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Williams up on top. He's guarded by AI. Nobody near Williams. No good off the back of the rim.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Clippers trail by 15. Out to the right wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that bucket. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Paul kicks to Fareed. To the middle.
His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they get him the ball every chance they get.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Passes it to Williams. There's the triple. And that one is off. And it's Houston the other way. Fareed with a clean look. The Clippers grab the miss.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Williams passes to Chandler. And a miss there on the triple.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
And the Clippers making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. On the free throw, no good. Steve, looks like we may not have any more sleeved jerseys anymore. As you look back, is this the end of an era or the end of an error, a mistake?
Either way, I am happy, Kevin. I just didn't like the look.
I am too.
And I couldn't imagine being a player, being able to try to shoot the basketball with sleeves.
It made no sense.
Not at all. So I'm looking forward not to see guys wearing, I would call it T-shirts.
And we see it all the time, guys. You get the big lead, maybe check out mentally, but not tonight.
They have this game in hand, but they're still pouring it on.
And there's the feed to Williams. One-on-one here. And Harden with the stuff.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And we have watched this team all season long play with such tenacity, with the wins piling up on the year. This will make it now 61 total.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for AI.
You know, the story of this game was his offensive production. It didn't matter what the defense threw at him. He just found ways to counter and led his team. Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
And AI throws it down.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Chandler, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And this run may make the score look a little more acceptable, but still a loss.
They could never put it together when it mattered. Just let too many opportunities slip through their fingers.
Harden kicks to AI, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. So we see Houston taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another win, and the streak goes on. This roll has been amazing. How are you sustaining this level of play every night?
Well, no, that's the talent that we have, DA. Long as the effort's there, the win's gonna be there too. That's the kind of team that we got, and we believe in ourselves, and we believe in each other. You know, it's simple as that.
You're making believers out of a lot of people around the league. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us.
Great game, guys. AI Press is going to want to hear from you. Conference room, 5 minutes.
Got you. Be there in a minute.